All right, real quick video. Next in the line of mods that I think every bike needs to have. But couldn't find the OES frame sliders. I really do actually like these a bit better. But whatever. I mean, I've got these ones off Amazon. They are made in the US. I think it's like DPM or DMP or something like that. They basically look like Shoguns, honestly. Which I've had good luck in the past with those, although Sarah did snap one off on her ZX6R. So the bolt snapped, but could have just been a fluke. But so I've got those installed on both sides. The amount of orange Loctite they had to get those things off, I couldn't get them off with a 240 pound-inch or foot-pound impact wrench. Could not loosen those engine bolts. So I was like, well, what if I start the bike up and get it up to like 160 degrees? Would that soften it? And that actually did the trick. So I was able to get them off and then get them on and retorqued. So we did that. Already covered the exhaust, the windscreen, stuff like that. But then we got the tail tidy. This one is also from Amazon. It's anodized aluminum, very simple design, uses the stock plate, uses one of the stock bolts and then comes with its own. It just bolts up. It's actually powder coated aluminum. So it's lightweight, it's strong, comes with its own LED that you just cut the wires and splice it in and works really nice. But between that and getting rid of those, that piece right there and the mufflers, it really did clean up the back end quite nicely. So it's still got a big ol' ass. She's a big girl. It is a ZX14 after all. But having the smaller mufflers and the smaller tail tidy really did clean things up nicely. So that's what we've got for now. So I think at this point, I did take off the 1-inch spacers. I'm gonna keep going back and forth between the spacers or stock positions. The spacers raised the bars, felt good for a little while, but made my neck hurt. So I went back down lower. I'm gonna alternate, try riding one day with, one day without, and find out what's more comfortable. One of these days, I'll probably just stop putzing around and just get to the chiropractor and see what's wrong with my neck, and then it won't matter what the bars are, but whatever, that's what I'm doing for now. So total mods, hot bodies, screen. Let's see, we got it all safety wired. So the drain plug, the oil filter, the filler cap. Did the first oil change. We're using the full synthetic ester-based. What the hell did I use? That stuff right there. Pro Plus Plus from Maxima Racing. So we're using that. The biggest thing is really the muffler. Love that. Love the way the mufflers sound. Nice and throaty, you know, low rumble, but they do scream a bit on top. But using the long type instead of the little shorty stubby ones. Gives it a really good rich sound and preserved my torque. It's now starting to power wheelie in second, whereas it didn't before. Don't know if I'm imagining it. Not usually subject to placebo, but who knows. But I do notice it now when I get up towards red line in second, it starts picking the front up. And it wasn't doing that before. It would wheelie like a madman in first, but now it's starting to do it in second. So I don't know, maybe you picked up power, maybe it's just the weight reduction. I don't know. Next thing is going to be the ECU flash. I'm going to take it up to Chris Moore, get the ECU flash unrestricted, which everybody has said makes it a completely different beast. Turns on the cooling fan lower, gets rid of the throttle restrictions and the torque limiting in the first couple gears, raise the rev limiter by 500 RPMs. And after that, we're going to go to a better set of tires. The S20s are fine, they're okay, but I definitely want to go to a 55 Pro profile. Those are kind of wider and, you know, or not wider, but they're kind of just a very flattish kind of profile. I like these much deeper, more rounded, much more. What the hell's that? Must have rode over something. I've noticed this a few times now with Q3 Pluses. If you have seen this, now on Q3 Pluses before, they were going this way. It's very superficial. It's just like a little bit there. I don't know if coming out of a turn and being hard on the gas, maybe just running over something in the road, but I've noticed Q3 Pluses, the last 2 or 3 sets I bought, and the sets that my buddy Cody has been, he had some slits in his too. Different batches, bought at different times, but I've seen Q3 Pluses start to have these kind of weird tears. Now last time they were going this way, this time it's going that way. I'm gonna need to keep an eye on that. But maybe next time I'll go with the Rosso 4s. I'm hearing great things about those. I saw a magazine or one of the review sites. They were out on the racetrack, and on the Rosso 4s, which is a street tire, they got 61 degrees of lean angle. It was freaking ridiculous. So that might be a good tire to get. These I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Pilot Road 6s, the new ones. Gonna go with a sport touring tire, but in a 190/55 profile. They'll be just as sticky, if not better than those, and better in the wet, and a nicer profile for turn-in. So those are the mods. I'll give you a link for that tail tidy, but it's perfect. I mean, it's small, it's light, it's anodized, or it's aluminum with a powder coat. It bolts right up. It's a really quick install. Honestly, the biggest thing of the install was getting the stupid seat back on. But you take the seat off, you remove the little toolbox with 4 screws, and then you can slide the ECU out, and the bolt heads are right under there. That's it. Bolt it up, wire it in, you're good. And then take that and throw it right in the trash where it belongs. Anyway, I gotta go eat dinner, so there's your mods for the day.